too heavy though, that pass. Momentum has certainly swung here in favour of New South Wales. In a good 5-minute period now. Although D'Alessandro under pressure. Bested here by Wilbert, who's so strong on the ball. Been playing rather deep, but has great potential as well as a target. Possible to shift off that ball once she has control of it. Leokopoulos will earn the restart from the sideline here. Wilbert leaving it. Now Leokopoulos has the strike, hits the crossbar, and then Schwereb cleans up the loose ball. Unfortunately for Vonja, she just couldn't generate enough power with the head. It already hit the deck. Might have required one of those diving efforts with the head. That was a dangerous situation out of nowhere though. Victoria nearly getting the go-ahead goal once again. Worth pointing out, New South Wales have never led in this final. Chipped over the top now looking for Hook, who just pulled up on the run a little early. And will now head to the sideline. So Michenski back out there. Canarella also on deck now for New South Wales. Halios Lewis couldn't quite get the body behind that one. Now Leokopoulos. Good release to Wilbert. Tries to turn it back to the middle. Chance for a break now for New South Wales. Quick release out to Michenski. He's looking to find Leon Wing back to the middle. Michenski comes up with a loose ball. Delivers deep now for Halios Lewis. Canarella, lazy ball there. And Michenski, as a result, will simply shepherd that one over the sideline. Last touch from Victoria. Halios Lewis on target, but certainly not going to trouble Jackson from that range. Now deep once again. Anna Leokopoulos. Wilbert. Finding a lovely pass. Vonja. Wilbert once again chipping. Schwereb. Under pressure by Duffy, who does have the height on Schwereb, but was able to stretch out the arms and get fingertips to it. Batted away for a corner. Now Anna Leokopoulos, that's how she got her first one in this grand final, but couldn't keep that attempt down. A great contest here as we approach the final 9.5 minutes. The Women's Youth Grand Final, the National Futsal Championships 2026. That pass leaving plenty to be desired there from Canarella, who's had a few awkward touches since returning to the action for this particular stint. You get the feeling the next goal is crucial in this one. And plenty of chances, but actually finding the back of the net has proved to be a rather difficult assignment for both teams here. It has started to open up a fair bit more in the past few minutes. Wilbert, quick release for Duffy, who then delivers deep for Anna Leokopoulos. And Leokopoulos under all sorts of pressure. Can't find the pass, that one heads over the sideline. And now New South Wales can really build, and I like this change as well. Khalil back on deck. She's looked very lively with the ball at her feet. Here she is again now. Good first touch. Heads back to the middle of the field. Halios Lewis then heading towards the D herself. Cleverly let go in the end there from Sophie Jackson. Not sure what the complaint there was from Halios Lewis, but waved away. And back underway with less than 9 minutes on the clock now. Wilbert, lovely first time release, and then similarly from Duffy, back to Wilbert and then finding some support out wide. That was good play from Victoria. Now Schwereb. Halios Lewis. D'Alessandro. Khalil. Threading the needle is Halios Lewis out for D'Alessandro. Oh, and then found a decent delivery back towards the middle. A little too close to Jackson though, but the right idea. As Wilbert uses her body cleverly and takes possession, but follow-up touch left a little to be desired. And Halios Lewis once again chipping long, looking for Khalil, who had stopped on a run. Still a long way from time, but wouldn't be surprised if this one goes to extra time for that matter. Duffy under pressure. Khalil. Machensky. Lovely in and away to beat Smith. And then the strike from range. Simply watched by Jackson. Well and truly over the crossbar. Long once again. That's been a pattern we've seen from Victoria. They seem to be quite happy to deliver straight to target from the goalmouth restart. New South Wales playing at the back a fair bit more than Victoria. Now, Halios Lewis was contacted in flight, but nothing untoward is the ruling from the officials. Now taken down, and then not a great moment there, unfortunately, for Duffy, who's been exceptional in this encounter, but not her finest moment. Khalil. Machensky, great delivery, nearly found Halios Lewis. And Janina Walsh just stuck out a boot. That might have been enough to deny things. Khalil then pushing through. Halios Lewis was desperate to find her. Just couldn't quite do so, and Victoria have done a great job of shutting down the space, not allowing those free passages. Lovely ball from Wilbert. Duffy then with the first time release was expecting a run to come there from Walsh, but just had a little bit too much on it. Hook is back out there once again. It was impressive in her last stint. D'Alessandro. Hook. Quick release for Khalil. And Hook once again delivering forward. Smith will get a touch on it. 7 to go. Locked up at 2 apiece. Victoria have never been behind in this contest. Struck first through their captain, Anna Leakopoulos. Good hit back from D'Alessandro for New South Wales to take it to 1 apiece. Now Duffy getting the turn here on Hook. So calm under pressure with Khalil approaching as well. Now Wilbert tried to beat 2 of them. Just ran out of real estate. There's a genuine opportunity though. Now Khalil, or had they gone early there with Hook over the top, there's a genuine chance out wide. And did that one cross the sideline? Yes, it did, but I think the first touch actually was from Victoria. I thought it might have already been out. And then Hook might have taken it there once again. So 50-50 call favours Victoria. Oh, not a great restart. Now Khalil has a genuine chance. Oh, can't get the turn. In fact, she's hit the deck. Something's gone wrong there. Now Leakopoulos will send it wide. Geez, that's a golden opportunity gone to waste for Victoria. Maya Khalil is still down as well. Just fell awkwardly. And trying to get the turn. Back to her feet now. Good ball for D'Alessandro. Shot on target. Great save from Jackson. Stuck the boot out. That was beautiful. So Hook now will restart things. 6 minutes on the clock. Still locked at 2 apiece. New South Wales have been threatening for the past few minutes. Hook does a great job to keep that one in the field of play. Now Vasiliadis striving forward. Eventually picked off. Wilbert will get a very rare break in this encounter. Duffy replacing her. Forward they march, or nearly linking up with Duffy for that matter. Alios Lewis, Hook, looking for that first time flick. Vasiliadis was making the run out on that right-hand side. And D'Alessandro under pressure from Sonja, and simply clearing it away. So that's a win for Victoria. It starts to become about those little moments as well. Duffy, beating Halios Lewis brilliantly. Now Hook holding firm, did a good job just to shut down the angle, and then Schwerin, fingertips to it, pushes it around the side of the goal mouth. Victoria now shifting it deep, and Leokopoulos with the shot, but well and truly off target. Of course, they had a result from the first attempt with Leokopoulos from the corner restart. They've gone back to the well, haven't found the result since that point. Oh, lovely touch there from Machensky. Beat 2 in the one motion. Now gets the rebound as well. Back to D'Alessandro. Threatened to flick once again, but this time Vonja steps in the way of the attempt. Oh, now a chance here for Vasiliadis. Tries to get around Anna Leokopoulos. That ball has been jammed between the legs. Well, there's nothing that Leokopoulos could really do in that situation. I think she was trying to stand up. It's an unfortunate one. It's not as if she was playing off the deck with that one. Instead, it was as if she had laid an egg. That's what Leokopoulos is trying to suggest to the referee as well. What on earth can I possibly do? Well, they'll call for a timeout in a very precarious situation here. So Victoria under the pump the past few minutes. And they'll now have a dead ball situation, New South Wales. Just outside the D. I'd imagine Machensky will probably step up and try and drive this one home. Does have a big boot. Of course, this is the youth women's division. Now, if it was the opens for New South Wales, you'd be calling upon Claire Holder, who's got a cannon for a boot. And you would back her in from this situation, but I think Machensky's the most likely option for New South Wales here. It's been a match played in good spirits too. You can see there the foul count on the board. Just one in this entire second half. So Machensky is out there. It'll depend as well if it's a direct free kick or indirect. How will Jackson organise her war? Does she want to stand in front of it? Will she back the bodies behind her? Instead, she'll go for the option of a two-woman wall. And then both posts being guarded. At the moment, it's Hook who's standing over the top of it. So it will be Hook. Oh, on target from Hook, but cleared away from Jackson. The follow-up not too far away. Good save from Jackson. A little bit of a dog's breakfast though, that dead ball situation from New South Wales. Seemed to be a fair bit of confusion, and now Hook leaves it behind. Ibrahim, as a result, can flick it through. Wilbert still marching forward. Hook, good recovery, made contact, won the challenge, and ultimately will also win possession as that one heads over the sideline. D'Alessandro then chipping long. Vasiliadis on the turn, but would have to be Usain Bolt-like with the pace to keep that one in. Well picked off there from Machensky. Chance to get the strike. It was on target, but right down the throat of Jackson, who gobbled it up. Now D'Alessandro, Machensky, quick release. Vasiliadis tries to keep it in the field of play. But at speed, it was a tough one to deal with. So 4 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. The last 5 minutes have been dominated by New South Wales. Desperate to get their go-ahead goal. They haven't led at any point in this match. Machensky, D'Alessandro. Back now for Hook. Short release, then Machensky, great first time touch. Finds a lovely pass for Vasiliadis to finish. Jackson again comes up trumps. That's 3 big saves in this second half. Good battle now between Hook and Ibrahim. New South Wales with D'Alessandro. This time Vasiliadis, tried to just push it forward with the left boot. Well, as fatigue sets in, this one has really opened up. Hook will deliver to the middle. Easily blocked there from Leokopoulos, and then Duffy as calmly as you like, twisting away from both Vasiliadis and Hook. Now long from Victoria. Hook again. Strong in the challenge. Short release and then looking back for Hook. Managed to keep it in the field of play momentarily. Duffy restarting here for Leokopoulos, and they do have all their big guns on deck here. Victoria, Duffy, Wilbert, Leokopoulos as well. It's been the most lethal trio, if you will. And Hook just encroaching on that 5 metre. Duffy, Leokopoulos, Hook shutting down the space, but corner to come for Victoria. Less than 3 minutes to go now. Duffy trying to go for that direct option with Fonja looming in the background. Steered away from Hook. Duffy this time chipping into the back of Vasiliadis, who simply ushers it upfield. And Leokopoulos, good control, and now links up with Wilbert. Wilbert holding firm. Lovely first-time release from Duffy. Wilbert then takes off down the sideline. Schwereb closing the space. Back to Duffy. Golden opportunity. Still here for Victoria. Hook, though, great use of the body. That was very clever. And over the sideline it goes. Quick restart as well. Now Machensky. With the chip over the top. Well, for mine, that's red. From Anna Leokopoulos. She was beaten all ends up. Last woman. Played out with the hand. I have no idea how that's not red. In fact, it might have been. No, it is yellow. Well, that is extremely surprising. For mine, that's a red card. It's a professional foul. Last defender, Machensky, had certainly beaten her with a little chip. She is very lucky to stay on the field. So 2:44 on the clock, and a bit of controversy at the death. Berham, D'Alessandro, Hook, this time doesn't get it right. Well, that is a marvel to me. Machensky being the top scorer in the women's youth division. Now dispossessed here by Analia Kopoulos, who has the strike, but I think Anna knows exactly what Machensky is capable of. If she gets in a one-on-one situation with Jackson, you would back her 9 times out of 10. She knew she was beaten with the chip, deliberately stuck the hand out, played at the ball as the last woman, and yet only sees yellow. If Victoria going to win this, I'm sure there'll be some very, very vocal opinions from the New South Wales side. That, of course, was the only foul of this half by Victoria. So locked it 2 apiece, 2.5 to go. High drama on the Gold Coast. And a little reminder as well, up next here on pitch 6. Youth men will do battle. More New South Wales set up here. Thunder versus Lightning. There's been plenty of that throughout New South Wales over the past week or so. So timeout completed. 2 goals apiece. Analia Kopoulos gifting that one there to Machensky. A chance to thread the needle. Now finds Berham. Berham somehow keeps it in the court. Well shepherded though by Vondra. And I think if Machensky had her time over again, there was oodles of space with Halios Lewis on that right-hand side. Nonetheless, the deadlock remains. 2:15 on the clock. D'Alessandro. Deep now and then under all sorts of pressure was Machensky and forced into a hurried flick that ultimately goes over the sideline. Wilbert. Leah Kopoulos simply chipping over the top. This one looks destined for extra time. Who can step up and be the hero late? Halios Lewis. Machensky finding a lovely pass. Good turn from D'Alessandro. Keeps it alive and then looks to find support, but instead it goes into the path of Duffy. Duffy so strong, great balance. Wins out in that challenge. 1:46 to go. Now Duffy over the top. Oh, nearly found the right pass there for Analia Kopoulos. And there was a little touch. So Machensky just got the toes to it. Now Analia Kopoulos, who hasn't actually had a play at the ball yet. D'Alessandro rushing inside the 5. No thoughts of a touch shot here though from Vondra. And that one back to the middle, or somehow cleared off the line by Berham. Golden opportunity for Victoria. On that occasion, Schwerer might have been better off letting that one go. Of course, you can't score directly from the sideline without a touch. Schwerer playing at it, ultimately gifted an opportunity there to Wilbert. So less than 90 seconds to go. And the crowd riding every moment of it here on the Gold Coast. Chipped over the top now. Wilbert, great control. Then heading towards the sideline. And D'Alessandro was very strong in the contest. Schwerer will restart things. Out for Berham and then Halios Lewis. Oh, just trying to tiptoe down the sideline. Ultimately ran out of real estate. Now picked off here from Machensky. driving forward, finds a good little pass. Just out in front of Halios Lewis though. So 1 minute, 8 seconds remaining. Extra time looming. Khalil is back out there. I was just about to say, you'd love to see her join in on the attack. So they've got their 2 goal scorers on deck, plus Machensky and Halios Lewis. This is the ultimate strike force now for New South Wales. All their attacking options out there at once. That gives you an idea of their mindset here. They're heading for the win. They don't want this to go to extra time. Machensky beats one. Now has the strike. Machensky! What a strike it was. A bullet into the bottom left corner with a minute to go in the grand final. Brings up her 10th goal of the tournament. That is a massive moment from Tia Machensky, who teed off. 3-2. 58 seconds to go. Victoria now need to throw caution to the wind. They'll chip it long and they'll try and eat up every precious second here with Schwerer, who throws it forward. Or do they look to head to a corner here, New South Wales, and just try and hold things up for several seconds at a time? If that is the case, you'd be looking to get it to Khalil. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. Now falls here for Wilbert, who might be able to get the shot off. Oh, D'Alessandro blocks the space. And Machensky's pumped. Duffy. Once again, no chances taken there from Kira Schwerer. It was Anna Leakopoulos from range once again. As the seconds tick down. 39 to be exact. This time chipping to the middle. Oh, found Duffy. Schwerer was beaten. And if Duffy got that one on target, the goal mouth was open. Don't go anywhere. Anything could happen in these final 36 seconds. Schwerer throwing long. But once again, straight over the sideline. So they're only chewing off a second or two each possession at the moment, New South Wales. Victoria once again delivering long. Oh, nearly got a deflection. And once again had Schwerer worried. Once again, they'll look for Leakopoulos. Duffy has the corner. This time sending long. Khalil got ahead to it. Ushers it away. Wilbert beats her. Khalil comes again. Oh, great skill from Wilbert. And then Khalil just stuck a foot out. So this is a dangerous situation now for New South Wales. Imagine this one is a direct free kick as well. And the way that Leakopoulos has been striking them, this is a real danger situation for Kira Schwerer and New South Wales. Wilbert has been immense, but she's gone down here off the back of that contact. Barham will hop onto the court now in place of D'Alessandro. Probably a smart little movement here from Amanda Milgate. Barham just adding a little bit of extra height into that two-woman wall. And Wilbert, who has been exceptional for Victoria, will hobble off to the sideline. So Vonja back out there, along with Janina Walsh, Duffy, and of course on the ball, the captain Anna Leakopoulos. Got the first goal from range. Needs to emulate those heroics to push this one to extra time. Can she bend it around this wall? Instead she'll play short. It was on target. Now it falls for Leakopoulos. It's in! Oh, more drama for Victoria. Anna Leakopoulos will send it to extra time. Utter jubilation for Victoria. And Leakopoulos has thrown down the gauntlet and said, we're not done with yet. What a finish on the Gold Coast. 15 seconds to go. Well, there's plenty of theme park rides up here on the Gold Coast. This one's got more twists and turns than a roller coaster ride, though. 6 seconds to go. New South Wales, can they get off a shot here? Victoria pressuring. There is the clock. Winds down to 0 and the referee's whistle. Can you believe it? With 15 seconds to go. Anna Leakopoulos gets her second of the grand final, her 5th for the tournament, and sends it to extra time. Well, we thought it was done and dusted with a minute to go off the back of the work of Tia Machensky. The final 10 minutes was end-to-end. And realistically, I think this is the result that we deserve from this match. It's been impossible to split them. And now the big question for Victoria, given that Wilbert just came to the sideline with a heavy limp, is she good to go for the extra time period? And based on the boot, shin pad all being off, it's not looking likely at the moment here for Kobe Wilbert, although the strapping is coming out. Well, herself and Leakopoulos, they've been the two strongest for Victoria in this final. So they would love to have her back on deck. Is there enough in the tank for one final dance? Well, you cannot beat the drama of live sport. Put all of Hollywood's elite into one room, they still won't come up with a script quite like this. So Leakopoulos and Halios Lewis get the instructions from the officials here. Extra time about to get underway. Are we destined for penalties? Or can we sort it? In extra time, Machensky takes off. Oh, can't get around the work through the middle of Leakopoulos, who then takes off. Tries to beat Khalil. Khalil stood firm and in the end resembled a barrier of sorts, which was bowled over. 10-pin, if you will. And she did enough. And Khalil trying to chip. Only as far as Walsh. Leakopoulos drives it forward once again. Duffy. Great skill from Duffy. Oh, but ultimately can't find the pass. Leakopoulos is running on fumes at this point. That was earlier in the contest. I think she would have got there in time. Given how long that final minute went for, these 5 minutes might feel like a lifetime for some of these players. The Alessandro, Halios Lewis, Machensky. Back to Machensky once again. Now Khalil. Alessandro has created an option deeper still. That's the way they go. Khalil now working it forward. Simply cleared away by Victoria. And can Machensky recreate her heroics? New South Wales thought they had it won. With a minute to go, Machensky struck and then 15 seconds on the clock. Late equaliser for Victoria. Of course, New South Wales, that's quite an incredible statistic. 39 minutes of play before they took the lead in this game, and still to extra time we go. Duffy. Khalil restarting things quickly. D'Alessandro got the first goal for New South Wales. Khalil, of course, picked up the second. Khalil now dancing. Beat the first defender. Now for Jikili Hook, looking for that first-time release for D'Alessandro. Good control from Leokopoulos, but still the ball comes spewing away. Picked up here from Machensky. Lovely chip over the top. Now a chance for Khalil on target. Turned around the post by Jackson. Now Khalil sending it deep. Machensky. Khalil, good footwork. Back for Hook. Nice turn. Opens up the space. Finds D'Alessandro. Khalil once again. Looking to create some sort of opportunity. Machensky put the ball back to the D. Was hoping there was a run from Hook, but she was caught behind a defender. Khalil once again. Read it well. Cut off the space. Oh, the deflection ended up in the path of Machensky, but it was really barreling out from the contact. And she couldn't quite get it under control. So halfway through this first period of extra time. Oh, a lovely ball back for D'Alessandro, who was nearly onto it. Machensky has caused so much damage, whether it be with the shot or a well-defined pass, but now Smith is dispossessed. Khalil beats her. Khalil up against Leokopoulos, turned away. D'Alessandro around the outside of Smith, just couldn't keep it in the field of play. Vonja. Leokopoulos over the top. Well, Victoria really haven't asked any questions in this extra time period. It's been all New South Wales. They might be hoping for penalties here, Victoria. D'Alessandro trying to link up with Leon Wing, who's back out there after a long break. Scooped up here from Machensky. Hook. Nice first time pass out to D'Alessandro. Then Leon Wing trying to squeeze back on the inside of Leokopoulos, but that's not an easy task. Now D'Alessandro on target. Calmly turned away by Jackson. Now Ibrahim driving forward, set upon a couple of defenders. That one goes over the sideline. Hook. Halios Lewis. Oh, and then a real miscommunication there between Machensky and Halios Lewis. Just opens the door ever so slightly here for Victoria, who shoot from range. Schwereb, though, was watching it. Now Halios Lewis turns it here for Hook. Leon Wing. Oh, beats Smith nicely, but Ibrahim then tracks back through the middle. Shuts down the play. Smith with a heavy touch. Leon Wing once again. Good contest. Wins out. And they'll get this one from the sideline with just over a minute remaining. Now this was, of course, how much was on the clock when Machensky struck initially. She is on deck at the moment. They're trying to find her. Turned away, though, by Victoria. Long delivery. Turned away by Hook. 55 seconds remaining. and then Smith got a touch with the chest. Couldn't get it under control. Now Hook, quick release here for Halios Lewis. Calling for it out wide was Leon Wing. Return once again, touch there off the head of New South Wales. So a restart in enemy territory to come for Victoria. Kopolos chipping, looking for Ibrahim, but one far too high. And as a result, nothing Giselle could do with that. Leon Wing, Halios Lewis now beats Ibrahim. Leon Wing an option through the middle. Not a great pass from Machensky though. Duffy under pressure, Hook, got a touch to it. Quick release once again. 15 seconds remaining. Duffy, Hook, battling as ever. Now long once more from Jackson. 9 seconds remaining. Leon Wing on a run. Can she get the shot off? Leon Wing on target. Jackson picks it off. Second remaining. Floated forward. Turned away with the head. So still that deadlock remains after the first period of extra time. Another one coming up. If they can't sort it out here, we will be off to penalties. Take a very short break in commentary and we'll pick up all the action in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. An incredible encounter in the first of our grand finals here today as part of the 2026 National Futsal Championships. So back underway now for the second period of extra time. And still we can't break this deadlock. 3 goals apiece. Penalties not too far away now. If you are just joining us, a goal with a minute remaining in regulation time, I should say, to Tia Machensky for New South Wales. Put them in front for the first time in the contest after 39 minutes. And led 3-2, and then with 15 seconds to go, Anna Leokopolos, the captain for Victoria, picked up her second goal of the match and has pushed this one into extra time. Now chipping back towards Schwerer once again. New South Wales have had all the real opportunities in that first period of extra time. Hook, first time release here for Khalil. Machensky calmly picking that one off on the sideline. Now Khalil threatening. Oh, Khalil back towards the middle. There's a lovely feigned touch along the sideline just to confuse her opposition, and then nearly found a great release back to the middle. Victoria very much running on fumes here though. Of course for them the big issue is we haven't seen Wilbert once again in this extra time period. And she's still testing that ankle in the background, you can see, but it's not looking particularly happy for her at the moment. A little hot, but doesn't look particularly good for Kobe Wilbert. really her and Anna Kopoulos are doing the bulk of the damage for Victoria. Duffy's also been exceptional. I'd love to have her out there though. That's why the physio is taking her through her paces at the moment. They've still got some quality contributors on deck though. Vonja linking up, and then they were trying to find the run at the end of all that with Janina Walsh. Now well taken down here from Machensky. Finds a great pass in the end for Halios Lewis. Khalil trying to get the turn. Shut down very quickly though by Janina Walsh. 3:22 on the clock. Khalil, Halios Lewis back to Khalil, opens up some space. Oh, and then trying to thread the needle to Machensky. D'Alessandro goes deep now for Schwereb. Nice release, back to D'Alessandro, chance to run. Carting it forward, Duffy. And once again, threatening was Anna Kopoulos. Khalil stepping in the way of that pass. Now waiting for support to arrive. Halios Lewis takes off again. Khalil keeps it in the field of play. Or back to Halios Lewis. Just too much pressure from Victoria. Again, they haven't really looked like scoring at any point in this extra time period, but they've done enough to stave off the advances of New South Wales, this Victorian side. Khalil beat yet another defender, but ultimately couldn't keep it in the field of play. So Sadie Smith will re-enter the action now. Still no sign of Kobe Wilbert. The question is, does she end up coming back into the frame if we go to penalties? She don't need to call upon the ankle too much, of course, in that situation. Oh, Khalil now beats one, beats a second, still going forward here. Khalil, lovely skill. And then ultimately, heavy contact from Anna Kopoulos. Now Duffy, twisting, turning, couldn't get away from them. Khalil, first time release back to Machensky, good pressure. Winning out there was Vonja. Vonja now takes off. Machensky calmly distributing. Khalil now in a one-on-one situation, but it's up against Kopoulos, who's so tough to get around. Oh, had a second bite at the cherry there, Kopoulos, and went through the legs. It was a chopping motion, and the referees were onto it. Well, this is now a real pressure situation. And for some reason, Machensky has been delivered a yellow card here. I can only imagine she's said something because she wasn't involved in the contact directly. Now, last time it was Hook who had the attempt from that dead ball situation. I was calling for Machensky to have the crack herself, and it looks like she will this time. Certainly can strike. Deep into extra time to give New South Wales the lead for just the second time in the match. Machensky has the strike, cleared away by Jackson on the follow-up. It was close from Halios Lewis, but turned away. Now Berham not far off. They just keep surviving, Victoria. Up towards Ibrahim. D'Alessandro. Quick release. Machensky threatening, gets the deflection. Bouncing back in her path. Berham opens up the play with that first touch. Takes off down that left-hand side. Good defence though from Duffy. Berham up against Kopoulos. Big contact. They both hit the deck. D'Alessandro. Now once again for Machensky. Smith does a great job. Clears it away. 1:25 remaining. Looks like we are off to the penalty spot. Machensky, oh, it's in! It's bounced in off Duffy. Machensky simply drilled it towards the post. Duffy couldn't get out of the way of it. And that might be it once again. Masterful Majewski. Machensky finding a way. You have to feel for Victoria. Duffy was simply marking the post, but Machensky, sleight of hand, if you will, aimed directly at her, got the deflection, in it goes. For only the second time in this contest, New South Wales lead, and once again, it's deep into the count. Last time it was a minute of regulation time remaining. This time, a minute and a half in the second period of extra time. Now Machensky beats Duffy once again. Back towards the centre. Good save from Jackson. Simply throws it long. Well, that's not what the doctor ordered from Jackson. Has to hit feet. D'Alessandro over the top. Machensky slowing things down. Oh, Leokopoulos. You can't play around with her. It nearly fell for Victoria. Machensky dispossessed. Ibrahim now carts it forward. Set upon by two defenders. Will Victoria have to find Leokopoulos? Berham up front now. Ibrahim gets the turn. Smith finds Leokopoulos. Ibrahim once again. Back to Smith. Leokopoulos through the middle. 20 seconds remain. Has the strike. Now, was that touch from New South Wales? Yes, it was. Still might not be done with yet. Well, this could be a carbon copy. Machensky, of course, struck with a minute to go in regular time. Then a minute 30 in extra time. It was the response from Leokopoulos with 15 seconds to go. There's 17 seconds now. Here is Leokopoulos. This time, can't get over the top of the ball. Sends it skyward. And that should just about do it here for New South Wales. Is there a final throw of the dice for Victoria? Schwereb heads to the sideline. Chews up another 3 seconds. They're ushering everyone forward. It's Leokopoulos who drives it upfield. Now there was a glance there from New South Wales. Another corner coming up. Well, do they think about pulling Jackson for the final 10 seconds, getting an extra body out there, Victoria? Back to the middle, turned away from Schwereb. Pressure from Duffy. Leokopoulos had a good strike. Now there's a chance to finish it for good. The seconds ticking down. Barron puts it back into the middle of the net. And now there is no doubt they'll avoid the penalty shootout. And New South Wales are the national champions in the women's youth division. What a finish from them. That will do it. They threw everything except for the kitchen sink at New South Wales Victoria. But ultimately it's the Sky Blues who prevail in an engrossing encounter. Machensky the hero, and Berham applies the finishing touches. What a game. We'll take a very quick break and then all the action coming up for our New South Wales battle between Lightning and Thunder in the youth men's division. Welcome back to the Gold Coast for the 2026 National Futsal Championships. We've just seen a cracking contest in the youth women's division. That one heading to extra time and ultimately New South Wales victorious 5-3. They didn't lead, of course, up until the 39th minute of the action. This is now our youth men's decider, an all New South Wales affair as the national anthem rings out. Well, the crowd are well and truly ready for this one, even if it is the rivals from the southern state who do battle here in Queensland. An all New South Wales affair, this youth men's grand final. These two teams have been in great form coming into this contest. And still expecting a tight battle here. Great to have your company this morning. James Preston with you. Thunder, of course, in the light blue. And in the dark blue, that is Lightning. Thunder would probably be the favourites coming into this one. Of course, New South Wales with such a large contingency of potential players to select from. It's often hard to compare and pick the difference between the two squads, as it would be. Back many a year ago, there was a definitive A and B, if you will, but those lines have become more and more blurred as the years have gone on. So in terms of the two squads here for Thunder in the light blue, 1 through to 12, it's Aaron Haig in the 1, Dean Plessis in the 2, Mika Chilas in the 3, Marcus D'Alessandro in 4, Rafael Costa in 5, Thomas Hines in the 6, Emmanuel Loiaza in 7, Hikun Nguyen in 8, Alex Papa Alexandris in the 9, Lachlan Powell in 10, Major Rubenstein in 11, and the 12 is Jacob Sullivan. They are coached by Ethan DeMello. For New South Wales Lightning in the dark blue on the left-hand side of your screen, it's Lucas Basuti in the 1, Harry Turner in 2, Josh Alvarez in the 3, the 4 is Alejandro Backman Cooper, 5 is Finn Bolton, 7 Cameron Lancaster, 8 Michael Maniti, 9 is Bailey McLaren, 10 is Seb Mileto, 11 Ewan Ruspendini, and the 12 is Spencer Webster. They are coached by Andrew Lancaster. So if you are just joining us, 20-minute halves, stop clock in effect, so every time the ball goes out of play, that clock will stop. And of course, that's how we've ended up in this situation where this match is kicking off nearly 45 minutes later, based on what happened in that youth women's division. Extra time, a few stoppages for injuries, and a whole lot of drama. So final checks from the officials here. About to get underway for our second grand final on pitch 6 for the final day of the 2026 National Futsal Championships. It will be Thunder that gets first use of the ball. Quick release back here for Nguyen. Now Nguyen cut out and then receiving it back towards the middle. Clever use of the body there from Cameron Lancaster. Captaining the Lightning side. Lancaster once again. To deliver that one long, but it will end up at the feet of the Thunder keeper. Chilas now dispossessed. Chilas, however, comes up with it once again. Excellent challenge there from Ruspendini, and then on target was Lightning. He nearly found the back of the net. So good start here from both squads. Free-flowing first minute. Chilas trying to thread the needle down this left-hand side. Was looking for the run of Rubenstein, but couldn't quite find him. Chilas. Shut down on that occasion. So Nguyen will have the restart from the sideline. Chilas once again. Out to this right-hand side. Chilas back to the middle. Didn't quite get all of that. Ruspendini, as a result, was able to shut down the space pretty quickly. Nguyen. Pressured there by McLaren. Threatening to explode once again. Oh, lovely ball finding Chilas. Ruspendini did enough to make the challenge. However, the foul is called. And so the first real opportunity of this Youth Men's Grand Final will fall the way of New South Wales Thunder. Will be their captain, Mitre Chilas, who will have the attempt. Chilas on the approach, decent strike. Oh, it certainly copped some attention on the way through. I think it was actually off the back of Bailey McLaren. So Basutti not called upon on that occasion. Hines delivers it deep. Oh, good strike on it as well from Rubenstein, and a great save in the end from Basutti. This time they'll look to head to the edge of the D. Once again, a good stop in the end. It's actually Harry Turner in between the sticks here to tip that one over the top. Not panicking in that situation. Now chip deep there from Chilas, and oh, a lovely strike in the end from Major Rubenstein, who strikes a major blow early on in this one. New South Wales Thunder lead Lightning. That was a great strike that Harry Turner unfortunately didn't know too much about. Hit directly into the deck and then bouncing up at an awkward height. First goal on the board for Thunder. Lightning now chipping over the top, and space shut down very quickly there from Mitre Chilas. Ruspendini, and then delivering here for Webster. Webster being pressured. Nguyen comes away with possession. Back towards Nguyen. Oh, took a deflection. Got a foot to it, Nguyen, then through the legs. That was clever. Now the strike on target and turned away. So all the early pressure being placed upon the Lightning in this one. Deep again here for Chilas. Now through the middle. This time, Rubenstein didn't get it quite cleanly. Comes up with possession once again. Certainly backing himself from range here, Rubenstein. Happy to tee off constantly. So 1-0 early on in this contest. And realistically, Lightning haven't actually been out of their half as of yet with ball under control. And there's another example of it. So the moment they get into enemy territory, there's There's a successful challenge made by the Thunder. Lancaster. Ruspendini, finally a little bit of time on the ball in the opposition half, but now picked up from Chilas. Good challenge coming in from Lancaster though. Chilas hit the deck pretty hard there. A little worse for wear as a result. Rubenstein flicks it on beautifully. Well, pressure in the back there of Nguyen. Ultimately not called a foul. And then no love lost there between Lancaster and Chilas. Rubenstein. Chilas taking off and then has the strike not too far away. Just to the left-hand side of the post. Now for Hines. Nguyen with an awkward touch that came flying off his boot, but recovered well, and then clever little flick down the sideline from Chilas. Stays in the court. Turner. And chipping long. Decent control here now from Michael Maniti, but can't do a great deal with it. So plenty of mascot Vipers in this Thunder team, including Plessis. And he's already put one into the back of the netting. And Rubenstein as well. Costa as well, part of that squad. And the captain Chilas, along with Nguyen. So good half of this team, all from that mascot Vipers outfit. So now Lightning play it deep. Little chip through there from D'Alessandro, and now still marching forward is Jacob Sullivan. Sullivan will play it deep. Costa. Sullivan. Quick release there for Lachlan Powell. A lot of angle changes, just trying to free up a bit of space. Now chipping over the top and looking for the run there off Costa, but couldn't quite get there in time. Sullivan once again for Costa. Powell just slowing things down now, sends it out to that right-hand side. And the pressure there was Costa, so nowhere really to go. We'll get the restart from the sideline. Not a great one either from Costa. And Sullivan getting the final touch, so once more over the sideline. Again, not a great restart here. This time from Lightning. So only about 5 minutes gone. They've had a few chances so far, Thunder. They've taken one of them through Rubenstein. Lightning working it forward. Great coverage though from Thunder in the form of Costa, who is then held And the referees were indeed onto it. So foul called. It's 2 now brought up against Lightning. Sullivan drops it back here for Powell. They'll still get away with that one, despite how awkward it was momentarily, and then somehow kept in from Powell. Now Lightning can start to run with a bit of more free abandon there with Mitre. He's marching forward, but ultimately that one turned away. Sebastian Miletto putting himself under all sorts of pressure on that occasion. Lucky to get away with it. Miletto representing Mountain Magic Futsal Club. So send it out to this right-hand side. Easily cleared away in the end at the back for Thunder. Long attempted throw, easily cut off on this occasion. Now scooped up there from Powell. Good strength to get away from the first attempted tackle. Going to find support further up front. Couldn't quite link up with D'Alessandro though. And a low strike there from Sullivan, not finding a way through. This one just devolving a touch here into a bit of a stalemate. We had a lot more energy and free-flowing play in the first 3 or so minutes. Now pressure in the back there. Could potentially be called as a late foul. Play on for now. Powell then cutting back toward the middle. That's better from Thunder, who were looking to strike. Couldn't quite get it on target, but he does look likely, Powell, every time he touches the ball. Now plenty of pressure. Got the block on it there, Costa, and nearly found a shot on target as well from the edge of the D. Once again, Powell taking off, or turned a beautiful ball back to the middle of that semicircle. Now a 2-on-1 challenge, and ultimately Lightning will come away with it. Excellent work from Webster to beat another man. But out very quickly was Plessis, who got things under control, the keeper. Powell once again. Just shy of that halfway mark. Oh, we'll flick it over the top. That was clever from Powell. And a great slide coming across on that occasion from D'Alessandro. He's got all the skills and tricks. Lachlan Powell, so they'll have to watch him, Lightning. He has settled into the contest though. Powell now applying the pressure. They chip it forward. Now there was a late little challenge in the back, and they will end up calling that foul, it looks like. Good call there from the officials. Happy to let play continue to flow until it, of course, breaks down like that. Now Powell holding the jersey, but great work again from Webster to beat one. Now 2, and gets the shot on target. Well, he looks the most likely at the moment for Lightning. Good little passage forming now. There's Buckman Cooper. Finds support. Now deep again for Lancaster. Then McLaren. Buckman Cooper. Webster. Oh, tries to get around a couple of them, but hits the deck. And as a result, Marcus D'Alessandro has the attempted shot. Blocked, though, from Lancaster. And the final touch Still coming off D'Alessandro. Yellow card now delivered to the coaching staff here for Lightning. I think it might have actually been Andrew Lancaster. So back underway now. And this is a real battle between the likes of Powell and Webster at the moment. Both with silky skills, can turn the game on its head very quickly. Chilas. Webster battling there with Chilas. Ultimately, Webster will win out. Takes off again. Last touch came off him though. Rubenstein did a great job in the end. Now Rubenstein. Control once again from Rubenstein. Chilas now battling. Lancaster comes through and makes the challenge, and those two have had a good battle. Two respective captains. Of course, the only goal so far from the Major, Rubenstein. That was a nice half volley. McLaren. Nice little flick back now to Webster. Lancaster then linking up with Michael Manidi. Manidi backtracking. Actually finding Lancaster, who chips it over the top. Falls here for Webster. And all the way through for Plessis. Hines back out there now for Thunder as well. Can't sit forward, and this has been in play for a long time now as Lancaster steps in the way of the pass. Now finds support, and they'll find the back of the net. McLaren came zooming onto it. And then a shot that was even faster than his namesake. McLaren into the back of the net. That was struck from gear 6, if you will. We are locked up at 1 apiece in this all New South Wales battle. 10:42 on the clock in the first half. Thunder and Lightning. And both are striking. It's a wonderful work. It's the first real opportunity they've had, Lightning. They've settled into the contest well. The first 3 or 4 minutes were just so heavily dominated by Thunder. Now Hines trying to get the shot off, but they converge upon him. Blocking things well, and then follow-up strike is turned away by Webster, so corner to come here for Thunder. They're showing great resilience in this first half to turn away the numerous advances of Thunder. Now on the first potential opportunity, they strike themselves, but now once again, Thunder through Rubenstein find the back of the net. Mayor the Major, once again on target, gets his second of the grand final, and they've worked so hard to get themselves back onto level terms, but less than a minute later, they find themselves chasing once again here, Lightning. Mileto. Now Lancaster with a little check and trying to open up an opportunity. Instead, they went over the top there for Ruspendini. Manuel Rubenstein, another great strike, the mascot Viper. Ruspendini. The first time release. Mileto then chipping over the top. Far too deep for Alvarez to get on the back of that one. Hines now will cross that halfway threshold. Links up with Chilas. Chilas once again to the middle. Finding Nguyen. And darting. Oh, and then a lovely little pass Back toward the middle from Hines it was. Met there by McLaren, who's got the only goal so far for Lightning. That deflection was enough to just take it off its course, and as a result, Lightning have come away with restart from the sideline. Up along it is Ruspendini. And Mileto threatening. Instead plays short. Now change the emphasis. Good contact from Hines in the back there of Michael Maniti. And then Alvarez once again. Mileto, Ruspendini. Mileto trying to link up with Alvarez. Turned away though. One comes screwing away from the challenge and over the sideline. So 8:43 remaining in this first half. It's gone along at a much quicker pace in terms of the clock itself compared to our youth women's match, which ultimately ran about 45 minutes over schedule. It was an epic tussle that went deep into extra time before we actually had a winner. Nguyen. Final score on that one, 5-3 in favour of New South Wales over Victoria. It's a lovely little touch there from Chilas as well. Now Rubenstein once again with a good chance. This time he was turning provider potentially for Hines. He can run back towards the D, but ultimately cut off there by Turner. Mileto under all sorts of pressure. Nguyen then very skillfully goes to the legs. Hines tried to do the exact same. Alvarez, Ruspendini. Mileto taking off along the sideline. Rubenstein easily deals with him. Ruspendini, lovely little chip over the top from Mileto, but there to cut it off with Chilas. Ruspendini. Plessis keeps it alive, and now Powell is back out there once again. Watch for the dancing feet of Lachlan Powell. We'll link up now with Jacob Sullivan, who was trying to twist that ball back out towards that wide man in the form of Marcus D'Alessandro. Powell gets it once again through the middle. Watchful defence. Powell eventually links up out wide. Now turns it back to the middle. Powell charging through, but very strong in the contact was Alejandro Backman Cooper. And even with the pressure of Alexandros, he was able to come away with the corner, and now Mileto turns it deep. Maniti. Mileto. Nice little flick. That was clever, using the heel. Maniti. Take off down this sideline. Unfortunately, can't keep it in the court itself. Good pressure on that occasion there from Alejandro Backman Cooper. Powell. Beat the first effort. Now a bit of speed as well. Links up through the middle. Powell still going. Great recovery from Finn Bolton, who tracked him for a good 15 metres. Had to get on his bike as well. Now for mine, Maniti got the initial touch, and then that was knocked over the sideline by Sullivan, and that's the way the referee sees it. So, corner coming up here for New South Wales Lightning. Mileto back quickly to Bolton. That one blocked and simply distributed by Plessis. Powell towards halfway. Turned back now. Flicked on by Thunder. D'Alessandro sends it wide. Kept in the field of play by Pap Alexandris. Powell up along this left-hand side. Dancing. Getting away from the initial attempt at Bolton, but the pass there for Sullivan goes underneath the foot. So still really good pressure here from Lightning. I haven't gone into their shell. 2-1 it remains, so still a tight tussle between these two teams. Plessis gets on with things quickly. Short release on that occasion for Jacob Sullivan, and now Mitre stepping into the pass. Wonderfully kept in the field of play there from Sullivan, and then Sullivan with a clever flick. However, Lancaster read it well. Now it falls into the path of D'Alessandro, who crosses that halfway threshold. Good recovery defensively, though, from Lightning. Mitre finds a clever pass up along the sideline, and now Webster tries to use his skills. Quick release. Webster once again threatening. Can't quite link up out wide. Eventually comes up with possession, though, then through the legs of one defender. That's Pap Alexandris. And eventually the ball goes over the byline for a corner. It's very messy there, but Pap Alexandris did a very good job not to make a play at it on the ground. Otherwise, that could have been a free kick in a dangerous position. Now Mitre knocks it deep to Lancaster. Chance to get the shot off here. Mitre on target. And then battered down from Plessis, taking no chances with it. Made sure he smothered that one. Spencer with a good first touch, and then trying to use his skill to get around the work of Powell. So great battle between those two. Both with fancy footwork. And there is a yellow card brought up. Well, it looks like Powell, in fact it was, trying to run away from it by heading to the bench. And the truth might as well be that yellow card, because you can't run from it. So into the book he goes. 2 fouls apiece now for both Lightning and Thunder. So there is the 5 metres now marked out. Lightning on the attack once again. Not a great release back here for Webster. And then he's dispossessed, and now a good chance for Hines to carry. Sends it forward. Lancaster then cutting off the angle. Gets a heavy touch on it. And over the sideline it goes as a result. In fact, the corner in the end. Hines. Deep for Rubenstein, and now a chance to break away. Plessis was out of his D very quickly. Did a great job to shut things down in the end. Now good first time touch here from Bolton. Bolton tries to get the shot on, but never really got it cleanly. Came off the instep of the heel in the end. Hard to turn that one into much of a threat against Plessis. So 2-1 it remains with 4 minutes on the clock in this first half. Hines, first touch, headed out towards the sideline. Costa, and Hines once again. Finds a nice pass here. Rubenstein, who's got a double so far in this grand final. Lancaster, lovely ball now. Spencer Webster taking on the work of Costa. Won't get around Costa, but we'll still get a result here with the restart from the sideline. Attempted shot blocked on that occasion. All the way back to Turner. Turner tries to thread the needle. Spencer Webster with good control. Knocked backwards here for Lancaster. Keeps it inside the court. Webster. Lovely pass on that occasion to find Manisi, who then tries to thread it down the line, but not a great deal of room to work with. So just over 3 minutes remaining. Hines on the run. Marching forward, Bolton was on him like a rash though. That one will cross the byline off the back of Bolton, so corner to come. This is where Rubenstein has been so dangerous. He's out there once again. Quick release from Rubenstein, and then not a bad effort from Rafael Costa. Got plenty behind it. Just couldn't keep it down though. A long release on that occasion from Turner. Quick release, not really finding anyone on that occasion from Lightning. Now Hines will carry up towards halfway. Quick release there for Rubenstein, who then shuffles it over the top, but not really finding anyone. And at the moment, it looks like both teams are just quite happy to head to the break. Energy has gone out of it just a touch in the past couple of minutes. Lightning, however, would love to strike before that halftime break, get themselves back on level terms. It's Backman Cooper finds a pass, and then Ruspendini under pressure there from Rubenstein. And Rubenstein will win the battle of the R's. Rubenstein, quick release now for Costa. Costa looking dangerous with that footwork. Oh, lovely delivery, and then somehow it doesn't find the net. Oeiza got a little bit on it, but just guided it around the outside of the post. It certainly had beaten Turner. Ruspendini now dispossessed. Rubenstein marching forward. Very dangerous. Managed to get an attempt on it, but now Turner will take off. 2-on-1 situation. Mileto has the chance. Just a little too far out in front of him to generate enough power and precision. And we're going to come back here, it looks like. And some sort of report has been delivered here to our lead official. And it looks like it's going to be a yellow card here for Rubenstein, I think. So he did hit the deck. And then thereafter the suggestion is he wasn't happy about the contest and has applied some sort of pushing motion, as was identified there by the referee. So 2-1 it remains, and they can ill afford to lose Rubenstein here, Thunder. Yes, they're in control at the moment, but he's been such a presence in this final. 2 goals and every touch, one of quality. Mileto looking to thread the needle. Nguyen shuts down the space. Mileto. Now Backman Cooper. He's knocking that one forward, and Sullivan quite happy to let that one simply continue trickling over that byline once again. Powell dispossessed on this occasion. Lovely effort there from Backman Cooper, but they shut down the space nicely. No way he could link up with McLaren, who has the only goal for Lightning so far. Chillis chipping over the top. Did manage to find Sullivan, but that kind of speed and with minimal room to work with is always going to be a tough one. Ospendini now finding a little pass there. Eventually it linking up with the work of Alvarez, who's back out there now. So 1 minute 18 seconds remaining in this first half between New South Wales Thunder in the light blue and New South Wales Lightning, if you're just joining us, in the dark blue, in the Youth Men's National Final as part of the 2026 National Futsal Championships. Now Sullivan chipping over the top. Good chance here for Powell to finish. Oh, just wide. It was a good read from Turner, who came rushing out to the edge of the D and applied all sorts of pressure on Powell. Powell once again looking to get around the work of Bolton, who's been exceptional in keeping him honest so far in this contest. In fact, back time it was Backman Cooper. Powell once again, those sharp feet. Nguyen looking to chip. Ruspendini though all over him. Applied the pressure, won the challenge, but over the sideline it goes now. Powell just inside enemy territory, delivering deep now for Chillis and then making the run himself. Powell ultimately can't find another touch on the ball. As well dealt with by Alejandro Backman Cooper, and both himself and Bolton have been exceptional defensively for New South Wales Lightning. Inside the final 20 seconds now of this first half. And good pressure from Ruspendini. We'll get a result here. So 17 seconds on the clock. Good field position. Chance for Lightning to get another shot on target. I think they've only had the 2 in total in this first half. One of them, of course, has hit the back of the net. And a play like that will not result in a shot on target. Plessis sends it out wide here for Nguyen. And then deep for Chillis. Final 5 seconds. Well, back to the middle. Nguyen made a great run, and had he found any contact on that ball, I think it might have been enough to beat Turner. So this should be the final play coming up. Turner will simply throw it long, cut off, and there is the halftime siren, and the whistle follows. So a tight affair in this all New South Wales encounter between Thunder and Lightning. It's Thunder that has struck first and maintains the lead as we head into the break. 2-1 in the Youth Men's Final as part of the 2026 National Futsal Championships. We'll take a quick break and all the second half action in just a moment from the Gold Coast. Welcome back to the Gold Coast, underway now for the second half action of our Youth Men's National Futsal Championship final. An all New South Wales encounter between Thunder in the light blue and Lightning in the dark blue. Thunder, of course, have the lead 2-1, both of them by that number 11 with the ball at his feet now, Mayor Rubenstein. So Thunder have dictated terms by and large, but Lightning, with their limited chances, have taken one of the two that have really been on offer. It's now Lancaster. Simply knocks it forward and into the path of Mitre. Cleared away, and now Turner will keep that one in the field of play. Muspendini for Webster, now trying to use his speed. Got around the outside of Sullivan, chipping it back towards the middle. Was looking for the head there of Michael Mitre. One heading over the sideline, unfortunately, there for Hines. So if you are just joining us, a great encounter to start the day's action on pitch 6. It was New South Wales victorious over Futsal Victoria, 5-3. That one went to extra time, a real epic, with Machensky putting New South Wales in front with just a minute remaining in regulation time before an equaliser. The work of Biakopoulos with 15 seconds to go, and then once again it was Machensky who struck in extra time to give them a 4-3 lead, New South Wales, before a final goal. And the seconds ticking down produced a 5-3 result, and nearly a big mix-up here at the back from New South Wales Lightning, and you can see there Lucas Basutti not happy with what his team were conjuring up on that occasion. So we have seen a change in between the posts. In the first half it was the work of Harry Turner. And now, before they march, Hay had a decent effort there. So both teams have changed their keepers for this second half. And a long throw coming out on this occasion once again. Rubenstein, little chip forward, which was deflected ever so slightly off the hip of Mitre. Has it now and then links up with Lancaster, who tries to chip over the top. Sullivan does a great job to keep it in the court. Rubenstein losing out on that occasion. Costa. Now Rubenstein, great turn with the left foot, opens up some space, now a chance to strike once again, hops back on the inside of Webster, hits the deck, but play on is the call. Now a chance to explode, Lancaster from range. Now to the right-hand side of the post. No real threat as a result there on Thunder. Lancaster holding firm in that challenge, using his strength. Mitre chipping over the top. Easily dealt with there from Hines. Now Sullivan. Once again chipping over the top here. Into the arms of Lightning keeper it goes in the form of Basutti, who's out there of course now, and then strong once more from Lancaster. This time will be called for the foul as Rubenstein hits the deck. So Rubenstein already has a double in this final. Will have to become the hat-trick hero. Lines it up from distance on target. Oh, it was spewing out of the hands of Basutti, and nearly an opportunity there for Costa to finish. Certainly got a foot to it. Couldn't keep it underneath the crossbar. So Basuti once again throwing long, this time for Wispendini. Heads it towards goal. Now Hines just able to keep it in the field of play. Back for Haig. And we'll come back to the spot. So I think Haig might have actually overstepped the D there. And that release. That or potentially didn't actually cross that halfway threshold before going back to the keeper, I think it might have been actually. Nonetheless, it provides a great opportunity now for Lightning to try and level terms here. It will be Seb Mileto. We'll have the attempt. Ruspendini standing over it, so it must be indirect. Haig will organise his wall in behind him and stand tall in front. Chance to level terms. Mileto has the strike, directly into one of the men in the wall. I think it might have been Rubenstein in the end, along with Sullivan. Yes, Sullivan it was. He's felt the brunt of that strike as well, right into the chest. Perhaps a little bit winded because straight off he came. Now risky movement there from Thunder, with Haig standing well and truly out of his goal mouth. Excellent chance there for Webster with that turn and shot. Ultimately turned away though from Hagen. Now Nguyen on the attack. Shut down by Mileto. Rubenstein back to the middle, nearly worked. Nguyen got a touch on it into the post. And it well and truly beat Basuti. And all four defenders who were surrounding that D. Lightning really didn't know much about that one. That would have been a very tough position to come back from. Thunder have been the pick of the bunch the entire tournament. Chilas now from range, not a bad effort. Basuti had a look at it, ultimately decided he didn't need to make a play at the ball. Once again throwing long here. Up towards McLaren, who has the only goal for Lightning thus far. Now a good little carry from Powell. And time again has proven that he's got some silky skills. So around about 4 minutes have transpired in this second half. No change to that halftime scoreline, still 2-1 in favour of Thunder. Haig stepping out of his own half now, acting as a travel keeper, if you will. Chilas. Haig once again sends it wide. Good release for Hines. Hines then finding a great ball back to the middle. How does that not go in? Nguyen had the attempt, flicked up by Basuti, then another with the head, and somehow just steered wide. Issue now as well for Nguyen. Well, Basuti's saying he didn't touch it, and that's what it looked like. And that second attempt from Nguyen, it simply seemed like he had just headed it wide of the mark. Now a deep effort here. Haig lining up. Oh, what a pass that was from Haig. Powell is on the spot. Gets it into the back of the net. An explosion here between Powell and Basuti. Now, Powell is already on a yellow, so this could be interesting. There could still be some drama to come. The referee deems that to be provocative in the face of Basuti. He could be gone here, Powell. It's a very stern talking to, and I think he's quite lucky in the end, given he is on a yellow. But that goal will stand, so 3-1 the score. Powell trumps the work of Basuti. What a delivery from the keeper in the form of Aaron Haig. So there's a bit of breathing room at long last. Chillis, good skill. Now Power once again, taking on Mileto. Got around the outside. Basuti was hoping there would be some contact there from Powell. Simply flicked along down the line. That one will head across the sideline. Quick release once again. Powell on this right-hand side. Threatening to take on Backman Cooper, has done a great job thus far of keeping Powell honest. Now deep again. Oh, Chillis not too far away. Basuti left a little bit unsighted overall. Now quick restart. Mileto at the back. Pressure here from Loaiza. Powell. Unable to link up with Chillis once again there, so 3-1 the score, about 5 minutes of play in this second half. Thunder have added to that scoreline since the break. Lancaster now chipping over the top. Hines there to meet it. Oh, nearly an opportunity there, and now Haig as a result will open up the space and get on with things quickly. Out to Hines. Then Powell. Sends it wider still. Chillash trying to thread the needle. Blocked on that occasion, and then a lovely little back heel from Bolton. Will link up with Alvarez. Now Backman Cooper. Deep for Lancaster. So 1 step forward, 2 steps back here. Unfortunately for Lightning. Hines nearly comes up with possession in an advanced position. Lancaster will then try and thread the needle himself. Powell takes the intercept, threatening through the middle. A little bit of a shirt grab there. That could have easily been called as a foul. Now Chillas once again grabbed, this time by Rusvandini. Got to be careful here, Lightning. Powell once again beating the first man, this time in the form of Webster. Sends it deep here for Rubenstein, another tricky customer. Left there for Loaiza. Now Lancaster marching forward. Dispossessed, Rubenstein takes off, threads the needle beautifully for Loaiza. Now out wide, and then the strike coming from the work of Rubenstein. Somehow comes up with possession once again. Loaiza out for Powell, and then Powell can't control it correctly. Scooped it instead of driving through the ball. And as a result, results won't really challenge the work of Basuti. So timeout called. We'll take a quick break in commentary with the score at 3-1. Just over 13 minutes remaining. So back underway now, and a change of emphasis here from Lightning. They've actually pulled their keeper and will now operate with travel style keeper, as we have seen from Haig in this second half for Thunder. So just looking to go for that cutthroat option. Lancaster was back there covering the centre, of course, otherwise that could have easily gone in. Raspandini. Lancaster for Mileto. He's the man operating as the travel keeper here, Mileto. Quick release and then finding the feet of Maniti. But nothing really doing. Louisa sending it long now for Nguyen, who was up along the sideline. That one ultimately didn't cross the threshold. But good pressure from Lightning, so they will get this restart in decent territory. New South Wales Thunder happy to simply let Lightning play around with it here. Got that extra numerical advantage. Pulling the keeper and playing him in the opposition half in the form of Mileto. Yes, it's a risk if you take off yourself and try and beat one of the men, but I tend to prefer doing a mix of an option, if you will. Let the ball talk, but also you've got to get something driving forward eventually. And they'll have the attempt here from Haig with a scissor kick. Oh, hits the crossbar. Doesn't get any closer than that. Falls here for Mileto, so high risk, potentially high reward. Haig will have another attempt at them. This one is well and truly wide of the mark, though. It's quite early as well to be pulling the keeper with 8 minutes still remaining. Mileto will simply throw long, and that will allow them to put either Basudi or Harry Turner back in between the sticks. Haig will shuffle it forward. Hines checked on his run. Able to keep it in the field of play though, and then Maniti arrives to finish off the challenge. Quick release once again back towards the middle. Chillis. Now Haig. Back towards the middle there, scooped up in the end, and now they'll have the long-range attempt themselves. Now Chillis, quick release and then cut off on that occasion. Looking for the flick on there for Lancaster, but it was always under a great deal of stress. There wasn't much room to work with. It's Webster. Leto once again operating as the travel keeper. Just under 11 to go. Back to Mileto now, trying to get that shot on target. Nothing really working at the moment for Lightning though. Chillis once again sending it through the middle. And Mileto will once more take to the field. Shuffling over the top here for Raspandini. Potentially a high foot on that occasion from Sullivan, who was then looking to knock it back on target. Mileto had already headed off upfield into enemy territory. We'll leave it here now for Lancaster. Needs to be careful up against Hines. And chip long once again. Nobody at home at the moment. Well blocked on this occasion, but now Mileto gets back in between the sticks and makes the save. We'll attempt to send it over the top once more. And through the legs it goes. Good delivery from Sullivan. Maniti steps in the way of the pass. Lancaster on this occasion. Up against Chilas, and Chilas wins out. Now Mileto to the edge of the D. Will play it short. Lancaster. Ruspandini. Manidi. Once again, just looking to work over this New South Wales Thunder outfit. Lightning adding that extra man into opposition territory. Mileto has the strike blocked, and that will go for a corner. Mileto once more on target, and this time it hits the underside of the crossbar. That could have been 3-2. It's a great strike from Mileto, and Haig didn't know much about it. And he put everything behind that one. Mileto now delivering deep. Manidi. Out then for Bolton. Back to Webster. Bolton, quick release for Mileto. Once more looking to get that shot off. It's essentially a touch to get it under control, open up the space, and then an immediate shot from Mileto. That's what he's trying to do time and time again. That's a testament to how little breathing room New South Wales Thunder are providing him. Oh, and then that one is on target. A good strike from Finn Bolton. It wasn't the most powerful, but it just got Aaron Haig unsighted. And at long last, they get a result, having pulled their keeper and playing with 5 men in the outfield. 3-2 the score, and they are very much alive here, Lightning. The question is, can Lightning strike twice? They need another one to get themselves back on level terms. Powell. And sends it out for Sullivan. Sullivan linking up with Costa, but Costa couldn't find the pass back across the D. To Lightning's credit, they really have shut Mayor Rubenstein out of this second half thus far. McLaren got the first goal for Lightning, now distributing. Backman Cooper. And loose touch, and that could have been punished, but Webster will recover. Only as far as the sideline, though. Haig. Finding Rubenstein. Now Rubenstein with the shot. Attempting to control it with the head, and then does a great job with no space to find support. Shut down once again, though, by Alejandro Backman Cooper. Been great defensively. Haig gets that touch and then knocks it forward. So now out to this right-hand side they come. Mileto twisting, turning, looking for an opening. Bolton. Then with Webster, Webster beats the first man. Oh, Rubenstein with a strong challenge. Play on the call for now, though, and then Rubenstein and a teammate getting in one another's way. There was that little delay that allowed Mileto to get back between the sticks. Mileto once again. Bolton, Mileto, now Backman Cooper. They certainly had the running of play since they've opted for 5 outfields. New South Wales Lightning, this would be an almighty upset here. Essentially the B team, if you will. No disrespect to members of the Lightning side, but That's typically how that New South Wales setup works. Hey. And for Chillis. Happy to hold things up. Time is on their side. Less than 7 to go now. Haig now navigating towards the centre of the pitch. Lovely delivery found for Rubenstein, and once again it's crossbar. And that is now 3 times in this second half. Once for Lightning, twice now for Thunder. Rubenstein coming within inches of getting a hat-trick. Oh, and then up along the sideline, McLaren is collected. He's in the process of juggling over the top, and Chillis came right through the leg. So another good chance now for New South Wales Lightning. Can they get themselves on level peggings? So Mileto. Lancaster, well, that's a risky pass. Mileto was onto it very quickly, though, to ensure it looked a lot better than perhaps it was. And now Raspandini has the strike. Mileto first time release out for Lancaster. Heavy touch and then set upon quickly by Hines. Maniti. Mileto once again, this protracted period of dominance for New South Wales Lightning. Got it back to 3-2. Mileto deep once again. Wide here for Bolton. Mileto. Threading the needle, Maniti back to the middle. Webster finds the back of the net, and can you believe it? We are locked up. Beautiful work from New South Wales Lightning, who prove that they can strike twice. Oh, hang on. Well, they're claiming there's a handball in here somewhere. Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't see it. I'm not sure who it struck. I'm not sure about that call, and there's a fair bit of noise from the grandstand as well. It looked like at long last we were going to be on level terms, but instead it remains at 3-2. Thunder now looking to capitalise off the back of that perhaps controversial decision. Another goal here would really make things quite concerning. Rubenstein playing short, gets it back now, or back across the face, and Chillis was again within inches of a little tap in. And it's a recipe that has worked, so once again, Pasuti will depart and Mileto into the action. Raspandini with a great little flick on, but it's already gone over the sideline. So instead of that 3-on-1 situation, we'll come back to Chillis and Hines. Chillis short now for Rubenstein, and Chillis beats the first man, taking off and then trying to squeeze a little pass through for Rubenstein. That one heads over the byline, and now another change made here. Mileto back into the action. Nice little squeeze of a pass there from Lightning. Webster working it forward. Raspandini. Webster not too far off once again. So approaching the final 5 minutes, Thunder have been under pressure for the best part of 10 minutes straight now. Lightning have had all the running of things. Get on with things quickly as well here, Lightning. Can they get themselves back on level terms? Mileto has been a real difference maker since coming on as a travel keeper, back towards Webster, who was denied just a couple of minutes ago. Mileto out to Maniti. Patient build-up. Mileto threatening, won't pull the trigger on this occasion, instead goes back to Maniti. Toward the middle once again, Ruspandini was trying to hop onto it quickly. Now the long-range effort, not too far away. The time on the ball would probably be an 80-20 split in this second half in favour of Lightning. Ruspandini. Mileto. This time set upon by Chilas. Needy once again for Ruspandini. Little jink with the in and away, but set upon very quickly on that occasion. Bolton has the strike and nothing really doing there. You'd like to see a little bit more patience. They've had plenty of it in the lead up. So unless there's a genuine opportunity presenting itself, just like to see that ball kept at the feet. It's producing results for them with that approach. Bolton now to Maniti. Once more forward they march, and New South Wales Thunder conserving energy. Not going on the chase, simply playing that zone defensive structure. Bolton again with that long range strike. Ruspandini, Bolton, Mileto. Ruspandini again trying to just squeeze it through the middle. And Chilas is watching and cutting where appropriate. Left here for Bolton. Bolton quickly for Ruspandini. And we'll get a corner off the back of it. So time ticking away here. Gradually making inroads though. Bolton off the left and then the strike with the right. That one not too far away from target. Mileto got back there quick as you like regardless and will simply throw it forward here. Nearly puts Bolton under all sorts of pressure. Lucky to get away with that one. And made very few changes as well in this second half. Largely kept with the structure of Bolton, Ruspandini, Mileto for best part of 10 minutes now, along with Backman Cooper. And again, that was on target from Mileto. This time, Haig not opting for the long-range shot. They will eventually get it away, though. It'll be Rubenstein who controls it and then slots it. However, are we coming back once again? Yes, we are. So it remains at 3-2. Bolton. And then shipping over the top. It was a good idea from Maniti, but couldn't quite get the angle to find Alejandro Backman Cooper. They're really not offering much themselves at the moment. They're simply in a holding pattern, trying to stave off the advances of Lightning. So 2:38 on the clock. Maniti will restart things. Here for Lancaster. Now there's a bit more pressure coming out, this time from Sullivan. They all start to jam in as a result. Good pressure though from Lightning on the return. Lancaster makes a very important challenge on Sullivan there and shuts down the space. Basudi will return as a result with them under siege. Perhaps Thunder think about playing a little bit of possession here. Lovely ball. Rubenstein releases back to the middle. Chance to well and truly get his third. Turned away off the body of Mitre. Now with 2:10 on the clock, that one heads over the sideline. There's still a golden opportunity to well and truly bury this game. Short touch and then Haig on target nearly. And they were storming through that centre portion of the D. Rubenstein once again looking for it, but couldn't get the finishing touch. So this might be the final throw of the dice here for Lightning. 2 minutes on the clock. Mileto out there once again. Lancaster. Mitre. Lancaster distributing once again. Not a great release on this occasion. Couldn't find Mileto. Chance for Nguyen to strike. Deflection falls the way of Mitre. Now stepping in the path of it. Here's Chilas. Good skill from Mitre to beat the first man. Oh, and then not a great touch on that occasion from McLaren. They nearly got away with it too. Mileto didn't know much about it, just stuck an arm out. They can't get Basudi out there at the moment. 90 seconds on the clock in this all New South Wales Grand Final for the youth men's in the National Futsal Championships for 2026. Haig has the strike. There was a little bit of contact there with Webster coming through. They've both felt the brunt of it. According to the referees, nothing untoward about the challenge though. Haig now back to his feet and will jog it off back in between the sticks. And with 1:17 remaining, I'll keep Mileto out there, you'd imagine, till the very end. There's no real point in Basudi getting involved even in a defensive situation. Need to try and launch those quick counter-attacks as well. Bolton. Twisting, turning, finding Mileto. Got the shot away into the leg of Rubenstein. Mitre, Bolton. Desperate to find an opening. Webster into the D now. Good skill, beat two of them. Still opening up a passage. Bolton got a touch. Mileto kept it alive, and now Bolton trying to squeeze. Nearly found support. Webster's there. Now secures possession. Ruspendini had the shot all turned away by Haig. A reflex save. And that was very close to going in. Now Bolton has the strike, and it wasn't far off. Long once again from Haig. Mileto through the middle. Rubenstein with a chance to wrap it up for good. I think the final touch was off Mileto. So with less than 20 seconds remaining, if Thunder are smart, they'll simply try and kill this into a corner. Instead, they go deep to Haig. Oh, Rubenstein with a great touch. Now Mileto has to carry. Finds Mitre. Although Mitre actually stepped away from it. And as a result, Mileto was forced to play at it. Now Webster momentarily comes up with possession. There was a lot of pressure in the back, and as a result, he's come off a little worse for wear. 10 remaining, so they've got to get the shot off here. They can work it around as much as they like, but it needs to result in something here. Mitre nearly got a touch on it. Bolton then on the inside, gets the strike on it. The ball gets cleared upfield. There is the final siren and the whistle follows. So it was a 15-minute onslaught from Lightning. They did get another that went in the back of the net. It was called back though, and as a result, they couldn't quite get it back to level terms. In the All New South Wales battle, it is the Thunder that prevails over the Lightning in our youth division. New South Wales Thunder, as a result, are youth men's champions of the NFC for 2026. We'll have a short break in our next match, not too far away as we move into our Opens division.